What up? What's up?
What's up, people? This your boy, Mr. Bootleg Greg, a.k.a. Mr. B.O.G., a.k.a. your mother's favorite son-in-law.
Hello, welcome, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Farewell.
You know, and
Thank
all
you
that
for joining us.
All that good stuff. You know who we are. We are Prolific Talks. And we are here today to talk about... we're here to talk about Irma.
You know, this was a sensitive subject. We kind of powwowed about it last night, right? And we were like, how do we put this on without getting put off of YouTube or whatever? We're trying to get our shit started, but somebody's got to come out here and talk, because there's a famous saying that goes, if you don't do you won't be done. So no one's gonna quite interpret what we're talking about tonight like we are. So thank you so much for joining us on this very interesting topic. We're gonna go and start off with P.E.D.O.
Yeah.
The pedos. We're gonna try to fit into this algorithm, guys.
We're gonna keep it short, because I know, like I said, in some cases it's a touchy subject, but also at the same time it does need to be talked about. We all have opinions on it. Some people don't want to talk about it, but also at the same time, a lot of us have kids out there. You know, a lot of us have nieces and nephews. We have, loved ones out there that's young, and there is people out there that prey on these kids. You know, whether it's a little boy, little girl, whatever the case may be. Personally, that's just sick. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I have kids, so it's I don't know. I just chop them niggas off. I don't know.
chop them up. You said.
Yeah, chop them up.
Well, it's funny because I threw a story at you. I remember yesterday about one of somebody I used to know that was so strong and adamant about pedos and them being basically maimed. She was like, hey, let's cut off everything, because basically you leave a stub and they will abuse with stubs. And she even went as far as saying, like, the nose, she's like, tear off the nose, like everything. And I'm like, wow. But you think that dynamic, you say, wow, yeah, true. If they're left with something and anything, they will want to do something with said thing, whatever it is, even if you were to even if you chopped off every single little appendage. So the point is, we take a stand. We take a strong stand, and a lot of you guys, we be praying it up. We pray it up because there's nobody better to. And we're not here to complain. Yeah. We're here to be. We're like your new style kind of opinionators. We're like out here like journaling this life, and we're like watching this super huge pandemic, and we just watched something about 125 kids, I don't know what, being found under some fucking school, something like that, from who knows when they're gonna date these bones, who knows actually when was the school built, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But in that sense, it's not just a 215. It's if you look up the statistics, it's incredible. I mean, they have I think I need to open my laptop right now because I want to be very accurate about like the latest statistics. Yeah. But it was in the gross numbers. Like gross numbers, dude.
Yeah.
Let me look it up right now while you give your little short or whatever, I'm not saying.
Yeah, like I said, my personal opinion on, what we're talking about, is just a no-go for me personally. I know there's a lot of people that actually may have been a victim to maybe something along those lines, and some people are afraid to talk about it because it may have happened from a family member. So it's like a lot of times it's from someone that's close by. It can be from that, like I said, from anyone. You know what I'm saying? It's not cool at all. You know what I'm saying? Imagine how that child feels. You know what I'm saying? The traumatization that child goes through, and he or she, may go through that their whole life. You know what I'm saying? It's easy to sit there and tell somebody to get over something when your ass isn't the one that's been going through it.
Right.
So
true. And maybe they, people say that stuff because they were told that stuff.
Yeah.
Because honestly, I don't know. Like, I probably know more people that have been molested or assaulted in some way like that, versus people that got away with nothing, like, not being touched, not being molested, or any of those other words.
Yeah.
S-aid.
Yeah.
But what's true is this is a sensitive subject, and we're just a couple minutes in. But if it's a trigger, remember that these triggers can actually be changed. Like therapy helps, guys. Therapy helps. I'm not like, I don't want to call myself part of the Me Too club, but because I don't, I just don't, I don't feel a need to go out there. I'm not gonna victimize myself. I didn't see that movement as a victim movement. I saw it as a people standing up for themselves, trying to tell other people, like, hey, this is actually happening.
Yeah. And
we need to walk kind to some sort of a social, like, agreement.
Yeah.
How about you don't do that? And you know what I mean? It's like, it's kind of like that old saying, kind of like, kind of like teach. Now, sometimes they teach the female, or because even boys get raped. Excuse me for saying that. I don't know why people don't want to say. I know how it is. You know what I mean? I hear that word and it triggers me too. But you have these countless stories of like how it goes down.
Yeah.
And I mean the most famous ones. The most famous. This is a joke, guys. Don't come for me, but if you do, I know jujitsu. What I'm saying is, like, I tell this joke all the time. I'm like, if you want to be a pedo and you want to get away with it, become a Catholic priest. Ooh. So, reparations and, I'm sorry, excuse me. You don't put up a religion, or you don't put up a front to take these little innocent kids to play with like that. That's not cool.
And you said, what religion is that again?
The Catholics.
Mm-hmm. You know what's funny? I was thinking that same shit. Mm-hmm. And you said it before I did. It's like one of those things where you beat me to it.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure it's not just the Catholics, but it's one of those things where you hear about it a lot with that, within the Catholics. Yeah. And like I said, it's not cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's something that's been going on for years, even before we were here. You know what I'm saying? Even it's nasty. Like, how would you feel? Like I'm saying, like, if your daughter or your son, you know what I'm saying, got touched by a dude, but yet and still you thought it was cool, for you to fucking date someone that's young or mess with somebody that's young. That don't make sense to me.
Yeah, dude, and the very interesting part is a lot of stuff happening on around here. Yeah. We don't have an official recording studio yet, so you're gonna hear live sounds.
Keeping it gangster.
Yeah, but basically, I mean, did you hear about that law being passed here in California?
About what?
It's for pedos.
Yeah, I did hear something about some pedophile fucking law, bitch ass law.
Yeah. And you know what that tells me? There's a pedo that had a way in putting that into the system. Yeah,
there's pedophiles that work within the justice system.
Yeah.
There's pedophiles I just pretty much said it, that worked within the government. I mean, it's the same shit. So, pedophiles within the entertainment industry.
It's true.
Shit, you may got a pedophile like that live right next door to you, right at fucking around the corner. They're everywhere. You could go to the fucking grocery store and shit, go buy you something or whatever, and you never even fucking know that dude that's right there in front of you getting that fucking milk is the worst pedophile that you ever fucking met. And you just don't know. I mean, there's ways you can find out, but it's just this world we live in is just some of that shit is weirdly supported. Weird.
Yeah. Kind of. I mean, and the whole thing is kind of like refers back to that whole like Nazi era time, which did happen, guys. Come on, don't let those little boys fool you. But I mean, you know, they always like to wear uniform. They're and now they're in some dumb khakis and stuff. And but you know, the point is that back then, you know, they had people that were just watching this shit go down, watching their neighbors being taken, watching all this shit. And hey, if you want to contest this shit with me, skinhead, you can come straight up no closer than 6 feet because we got to follow laws and shit. But if you do come in within my boundaries, I will straight knock you out. What the point is that...
I'm about them fades.
You know what? No, I don't play around with people like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, my energy knocks them away from me even before they come into my energy zone. So, you know, I'm fortunate enough to never have to like hang out with stupid idiots like that.
Yeah.
And so, you know, actually some of my ancestry comes from Europe.
Right.
And they actually left Europe when World War II was starting because they had to leave because of religious reasons. And well, I mean, because of that, I mean, that Spaniard side got mixed up with the other sides of me and the native beautiful sides of me, and then here we are in closer to a world that Hitler didn't want. He wanted just his breed, which just wasn't he didn't even like himself. And you actually are looking at this stuff that what he wanted to promote, the looks that he wanted to promote, the selective mating that they were literally doing selective mating, dude, like putting this blonde guy with this blonde girl. And it kind of had nothing to do with your looks. It's kind of just like this color of your skin, the color of your eyes, and their hair.
And that fucking mustache.
Gotta have that Hitler mustache. If your genetics can't grow the Hitler mustache, you can't breed. But like, see, I think it's the stupidest thing. But you know, it's coming back to that around here. If we're understanding that there's a pedo in our family, in our midst, you know that you can look that shit up on the internet. Yeah, I looked it up in my neighborhood, and there's a few living around here. And you know, I just have like three doors down on the other side. Actually, there's a lady pedo on that side. I don't know who she is or whatever, but I know her name.
Yeah.
And then there's like another dude over here, and so on. But if I went on, there's a handful around my neighborhood.
Yeah, there's apps you can find out too. I'm pretty sure. I know. Matter of fact, I know there is. I can't tell you any offhand, but I know I've seen them before. So
it's as easy as Googling it. But yeah, you can. That's
Google on.
That's public access. Let's not even give them the hype. You know, just internet it. Yeah. Whatever internet access zone you get in through. You'll be able to find how many pedos are around your area, so you don't send your kiddos that way. You know, I'm not trying to be a harsh judger of character, but I believe that certainly your history implies what your behavior will be. Yeah. That's what I think. And when you absolutely can't obey, common sense laws that are actually made and respect on a human level, you don't walk up to a little baby, little 7, 8, 9, 10, whatever. 11, 12, take your pick, right? Pedo, right? Yeah. The younger the younger the better, right? Pedo. And so, you know, you have, I'm sure no pedos are listening because they probably would have clicked off or maybe they're using it to for their arsenal. But you know what? Curse them that they never get to be pedos again. And every time they want to be pedos, they just stick their fingers in their own asshole. And you know what I mean? Like, I'm straight up right now because, you know, I don't mean to go. I'm not gonna go out there blowing family business, but again, the families will cover up a pedo. They won't send them to jail. They won't, do this. They won't ostracize them. They won't.
Some hoe shit. That's some hoe shit. Like they just I don't know. I don't understand a cover up and some shit like that. It doesn't make any sense at all. If you have a pedophile in your family, if you know, for example, if someone in your family touched your daughter or your son, and you know that, and you're protecting that, I mean, you're just as guilty as they are. For shame. Then at that, you're just as worse.
For shame. Look, we don't want to player hate, but we're going to player hate because pedo is not cool.
Fuck.
That's not cool, player. Don't fucking do that. What I'm saying is, look, the child needs to have the decency to grow up, to have that respect in their life. Man, I got to grow up. I got to consciously and morally make a choice with my body. Not I was taken, not they took. You know what I mean? Like, when are we going to stop taking, y'all?
Yeah. I mean, there's givers and there's takers in this world. The fucked up thing is, like I said, these takers now, these takers, they have no limits. Even like I said, givers have no limits at some point. But, there's nothing wrong with that because of the simple fact they have big hearts. But when you run across a taker, they don't give a fuck. They just know that you have that good heart.
Yeah.
They know that there's that door that's open. I mean, I know people that that have leechers around them, or takers around them, and I always try to excuse me. I always try to advise folks. Keep that third eye open and never close it. You may get tired sometimes, but never close that shit. Watch your surroundings like your surroundings is watching you. We live in a cold world. Make sure you y'all keep y'all jackets on out there. Yeah.
And you know what he means, stay up. And you can liken it. I'm kind of hearing Christ come out of you right now, Greg.
In the name of Jesus.
For real, dude. And you know that I believe that, a lot of things that are kind of popular consensus is like the thought about Jesus, but truly, really, I mean, that light of Christ is in all of us.
Yeah.
And you're speaking like Christ right now.
Yeah.
So that's the whole point. If we're gonna be a Christian nation, we're not a Christian nation, y'all. Mm-hmm. And here in the North America, y'all, we're not a Christian nation, y'all. We came here to have religious freedom, y'all.
Fucking, we act like a gangster nation, if anything.
And if you're gonna be like Jesus, dude, learn how to be like Jesus.
Be Christ conscious.
Be like Jesus. You listened around. When did you hear about Jesus protesting, talking about you're going to hell, talking about blah blah? He never talked about anything like that. When he had to face Satan, he was out in the desert all by himself, talking about "Get thee behind me." Mm-hmm. He faced it all up on his own. He wasn't out there terrorizing people for like, you know what I mean, for bullshit that was and what is, what isn't. You know what I mean? Even the lowliest of lepers got to touch his cloth and he was healed and shit.
Yeah.
God bless.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, even that miraculous figure that once existed, and we know that man existed, like almost 3,000 years ago, 3,000, something like that. There's actual accounts of this guy going to India. There's like, man, this is fucking amazing. This guy was out and about, and I believe there's accounts that he traveled to Americas. This guy was all over the place. Well, remember, he was
really out here,
dude. He was lost from 13 to 30.
You imagine that shit?
Bible doesn't account for him. But the whole point is like he went out spreading love, and you know what I mean. And then like it's kind of
it's like one of those things where like
it's a lot.
Yeah, so it's a lot. I feel exactly what you're saying. Damn. You dropping some knowledge.
No, it's true, dude. You started it. I'm just saying because we're Christ conscious, so let's put some Christ on it. No, I'm just saying like Jesus Christ be with us right now. And in any way, if a pedo's listening to us, or if people have been affected by pedos in their life, or someone's like really dealing with like pedo thoughts or something like that, you know what I mean, and they haven't acted, let's just pray that Jesus acts in their life right now and takes over their heart right now. In whatever way that has to be for the best and the highest, because we know we can call on that presence.
Yeah.
But the biggest thing is that we want to like address survivors. Like, you don't like, we understand hurt people. Mm-hmm. You don't have to repeat the cycle. You can actually get therapy. You can actually be a thriver. Like I'm, again, I said I'm not a part of the Me Too movement, but because I am one of those statistics, those date rape statistics, those molestation, stuff when you're a kid, being victimized. I'm living proof saying, hey, you don't have to top out, before that. If those dilemmas are leading you down a hard life, you can totally turn it around. Now. You can turn it around at any now. Because now. It's just
now's
now.
the time.
Yeah. Even when you get to later, it's just going to be now.
Now's the time.
Yeah.
Never be afraid to talk. I mean, I know it's hard to talk about certain things in life, period, and just in general. Try. I mean, but then, like I said, I know sometimes it's hard because there's that trust factor. Because, you don't want to always sit there and tell. It's hard to just tell anybody anything because of the simple fact that you're afraid what that person's going to tell the next person, because a lot of people just are full of shit. Humans are full of shit, just flat out and honest with you. It's fucked up to say, but actually it's reality. A lot of humans are full of shit.
Literally.
And it is what it is, but I mean, it's one of those sad things where it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, people will build up information up on you just to use that shit against you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not cool, but karma is a motherfucker too.
Yeah, watch out. Watch out, because those chomos in jail, those chomos in jail get it. Ooh, they get it.
Yep.
However you gave it, they give it to you. Yep. Beware, P.E.D.O.
Cut that shit off.
You become a chomo in jail.
Yep.
And you know what I heard about this story, Greg?
What's up?
I heard about this guy being put on blast. He thought he was gonna get away with it being a chomo in jail. Mm. He got put on blast by the blessed. I'm gonna say it, by the blessed, beautiful, and bright correctional officer that put his record up on the fucking on the noteboard. And guess what? They fucked him up. And I'm glad. I'm sorry. You're not supposed to be wishing bad on people, but he deserved it. He I don't even want to tell you he did. He's just I just know he's a chomo. He's in jail.
Yeah. It's like one of those things where, like, you release the energy, right? You victimize a person. That person, like, maybe like innocent person, this, that, and the third. And you think you got away with it, a victory, this, that, and the third, yada, yada. The next thing you know, you get victimized. How does that fucking feel? So, it happens, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, just say you get locked up or whatever. Just say you think nobody's gonna find out. Motherfuckers gonna find out.
Oh, yeah. And even when there's not a camera around to flip off and stuff like that, like, dude, there's always that consciousness. Yeah. Whether you believe in God or not, that's your prerogative. As far as my beliefs go, that presence is omniscient, omnipresent, omnipotent. That means it's everywhere at all times, in everything. It's everything. It's not like a pair of eyes just watching you over your shoulder. It's looking through your eyes. It's looking through your hands. It's looking through your friend. It's looking through the motherfucking air. I don't know how to explain it, because that presence is just everything, guys. Yeah. You can't hide from this stuff, and that's how karma works. That's why you can't sneak away from it, even in another life.
Yes. Shit will follow you. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, you gotta watch what you do too as well, because shit, like, it could follow your kids. It could follow your grandkids. Like,
that's true, dude. Don't put
some
that
people
first,
got
man.
some kids got enemies because of their father. Some kids got enemies because of their mother. You know what I'm saying? And the kids haven't done shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's karma in a lot of shit, in a lot of ways. You know what I'm saying? Watch what you do, watch what you say, don't wish bad on nobody, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, this karma's a motherfucker. Karma. Shit's deep.
It's true. And then, the whole on a set, the bringing it, we know the topic is about pedos, but the most important part here, if pedos wouldn't exist if the victim didn't exist, right?
Sure.
So, or the chomo, because a person could be a pedo and probably hide it and never touch on it for their whole life.
Yeah.
But once you get caught and you become a criminal chomo, you know what I mean? It's kind of public and it sucks, and man, you get really messed up. But again, God has eyes everywhere, right? Or the universe is whatever. It's just dynamics, karma, universe, boom, energy. Even if you don't believe in that presence.
Whatever happens in the dark comes to the light, right? So, we all heard that saying. You know what I'm saying? Some people fucking go to their deathbed with dark secrets. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, it's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Certain victims, or like I said, a lot of people. It's hard for certain people to talk up about what they go through because it could be
embarrassing.
It can be embarrassing, or it could be from someone that was so close to them to the point to where they're still in disbelief, like, oh shit, this person did this to me,
or they don't want to hurt them or get them in trouble, or they're being threatened to have to say something.
So
yeah, it's true.
I mean, like I said, I get afraid of talking. I get it,
but do it, please. Somewhere safe. Go to a trusted adult. Go to a trusted friend. You can call the non-emergency numbers to your police departments around town. Easily internet it, guys, girls, everybody. We love you. Take care. What I'm saying is, we're not letting you go yet, you guys. I'm just saying, report it. Even if you want to drop an email to us or something, even if you want to DM me and be like, hey, this is happening. There's laws on it. It's within a certain number of years you can actually do something. Yeah, that sucks. There's a statute of limitations on things, but with it, if you're in your rights, you can actually prosecute.
Yeah.
And don't be afraid of the repercussion, you guys, because you didn't deserve that. And you're far more than just a victim. And I hate to use this corny ass phrase, but we know everything does happen for a reason. But we're going to pray that it stops with you.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to encourage you to come out so that no one else has to be victimized by that perpetrator, by that pedo, by that chomo, whatever. Speak up about it, because they're probably doing it to somebody else if they're getting away with it with you.
Yep. Like I said, takers have no limits. You know what I'm saying? So if they feel like they can take you, and they see that little open spot, you know what I'm saying, oh, this person, you know what I'm saying, this person ain't gonna tell, or this person just extra nice, and open, they gonna get you. And it's fucked up, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's I really don't understand motherfuckers these days. I don't understand people.
It's disappointing, huh? We're both sitting here with our heads all like, I guess we're casting judgment. I don't know, but this is one of the things that have to be like stopped with our generation.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, I want my children, as well as your children, to be able to say, no, I've never heard of that, or yes, I heard it happened back in the day, but somehow everything changed.
Yeah.
Why can't we just believe in that?
Yeah.
I
feel you. It's one of those things where you like say like you was in a movie, right? And you had a fucking genie. You're like, oh man, let me get 3 wishes. I mean, I know it's a fucking movie, and I know there's no such thing as a genie, but right. You wonder, you want to wish for like all this shit, and of course you want some of that money in your bank account, of course. Mm-hmm. But you like I said, you want these 3 wishes, but also like I said, it's just, are they gonna fucking happen? You know what I'm saying? Are they really gonna fucking happen?
But this is because it's a personal and individual choice, and it's a personal and then what's funny is that there's such a market for it.
Yes.
I mean, I believe I saw something in the thousands of children go missing a day, and let's not even talk about the women and men or whatever. Mm-hmm. But yeah, you have to include them too, because they're part of all this shit. Yes. And if they're not being like trafficked for pedo purposes, they're being black marketed for their organs. Excuse me to bring that shit up, but that's true. It's disappointing how, like, what do we do? Like, you got the folks at home talking about what the fuck.
Yeah.
What the fuck. But look, guys, this is the point. We all have to get together and use our power of, like, we're like, did you know we're like 7? Oh my God, we have like, jeez, how many millions and millions of people up in the Americas? I mean, just up in LA, there's like 10 million people.
No shit. Imagine how many fucking those people are fucking
or something.
Gangs.
Am I wrong? Am I just fucking?
I don't know. You could I don't probably, but you gotta also think there's a lot of people ain't accounted for. A lot of people don't go based off this. You know, a lot of niggas be like off weight, I say off weight, lightweight, off the grid type shit, but still them in the middle of the hood. True. Because you gotta understand certain police or certain places, they don't go to certain areas in LA because it's so fucking violent.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. I mean, especially for the people that's from LA and know what that area is like. I mean, we know.
Yeah.
So like I said, we can only speak on what we know. So and what we seen.
Yeah. So. Yeah. It's true. And that's another thing too. That's another cool topic to talk about, like the gun violence and all that. You know, my dad told me something cool about. He's a cool guy, but he said something like,
"What up, Nickel?
What up, Dad?
what up, Dad?"
No. So he said the he's the larger the gun, the larger the weapon, the bigger the fear. On that person holding that shit. And I said, boom, Dad, I love you. I love you.
That nigga dropped the mic and left the room.
Yeah, he did. I said, come back.
You all crying like it's a Michael Jackson fucking concert. No, this nigga got a single tear. Your dad's not even going nowhere. He's just in the doorway.
It's true.
Your daddy don't leave.
Yeah.
I'm going to the store to go get some milk. Don't play that shit on me. No, I'm going with you.
Oh my God. But it's true, dude. He's talking some realness about that. And then so then bringing it back to the topic. You know, why do you, let's go here. Let's just go here. Because I know there is female pedos, but let's just go here real quick. How small is your dick that you have to mess with a small little kid to make yourself feel good? Or how is this? How does this go? How does it work? I want an actual account. You know, I hate to like make victims recount how things looked and stuff, but I bet you there is probably a common thread of very small micro penises. In fact, I saw one because I like true crime shit. You know, I've been watching that shit.
Yeah.
And it was like one fucking dude. He was like a serial rapist. Yeah. And
this nigga ate cereal.
I forget that guy. Stupid asshole. So yeah, dude. But like everybody, the whole, you know, obviously he's a serial, and they see like a common thread, and they're like, oh, okay, it's like this. Oh, he's overweight. Oh, he's blonde. Oh, he's this. Oh, what? You know, he's over 6 feet, whatever, and he has a micro penis. Yeah. That's literally what every victim was talking about in that specific case. Now, not every case talks about their penises, but that case specifically because it has something to do with the profile of the killer. The person, yeah. Yeah, because
they were tickled.
That's right. And one person that got away, they were tickled. Yeah.
Yeah, but like we were saying.
Yeah, micro penis. That's what that specific case was about. And you know, let's not anymore give. It's not about, you know what? It's funny is because I see all these true crime stuff, and I'm like, it's not about the killers or the criminals themselves.
It's about the victims.
It's about the victim. My guard dog telling me to guard.
Yeah, you got your heat.
Now he barks at squirrels. Hold on.
Hold on for a second. So,
the dogs went crazy.
Yeah, they get active and whatnot.
It's because we're talking about a serious subject, and so dog spirit animal, dog totem, and shit, is with us.
Yeah.
You know, it's saying, yeah, protect the children.
Yeah.
Protect them at all costs. You know, there's a cool saying. It's pretty dynamic, and it's like, you know, speak up now so that no one in the future will have to scream. I thought that was pretty deep.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense too. Where did you where did you hear it from again?
Oh, I don't remember. Some ancient wise person, I'm sure.
At first I thought you said one ancient white person. I was like, you believe them niggas? No.
I believe one of them wiggers.
Shout out to them wiggers. Y'all know who y'all are.
All the wiggers are offended right now.
So what the fuck? No, the fake ones, but the real ones are like, oh my gosh, bootleg motherfucking drag. Just give me a fucking shout out, dude. Like, call Billy right now, dude. We're gonna go celebrate. We're gonna eat some caviar, dude. We're gonna go to fucking Luigi's, and you know, we're gonna get some cannolis, and you know, and do all that good stuff.
Dang.
Shout out to the white boys.
Shout out to the whites. Anyway. The point is, you guys...
She talking about her laundry. Go ahead.
Yeah. It's true. You got to keep them very white. You know, the whole point of this... I think the whole point of this... And to kind of start segueing to closing it off, kind of like when you work out, you know, you get a nice little burn going off. That was us in the beginning, and here we are kind of bringing it down.
Yeah.
Saying, you know, if you're... Since this is the P.E.D.O episode, we're gonna more focus on the you know, the victim in this area.
Yeah.
And we're gonna help you empower yourself. However you can do that, do that. You don't know the avenues, reach out somehow. Easily internet it. You internet everything else.
Yeah.
You know, talk about everything else.
Yeah.
You know, help. I'm not saying it's as deep as go save somebody's life by go ratting out your molester or your abuser or your assaulter or whatever.
Yeah.
Go with friends if you don't feel safe.
Yeah.
You know, there is laws. You can still take action if it's within certain number of years. Remember that.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, therapy is always available. Yeah. And then pray on it too. You know, I mean, it's. You know, and I think the general prayer would be that it stops everywhere, that it's, you know, that people are more enlightened than this old ways of being, you know, because this is a way to be here in life. You can be that. That's a choice.
Always know that someone's there to help you. Like I said, there's always like a lot of different hotlines. People you get emails, someone you could talk, you know, pray.
But that's not enough, guys. You got to report it. You got to start, like, you know, I mean, I love it. I love the thought of just praying on it. It's just kind of like get that P.E.D.O's name out there. Get yourself into a situation of protection. You don't know if that person is wanting to kidnap you within the next few times. What if next time's the no time? And I hate to say something, the worst happens.
Mm-hmm.
Murder or death. Something crazy, you know? God forbid all that shit.
Yeah.
You know, but... the point is that we're in the 2021s, and we could be acting with a higher purpose to all of our actions. So why are you gonna try to imitate your latest and greatest idiot on the screen?
Yeah, that's it's all mental.
Bailey Sarian said it best: get better idols.
Yeah.
Get better idols. Start looking up to whoever, and that's for another matter, man. It's kind of like you idolize these people that don't even know you, that they don't pay rent, they don't, you know what I mean? Like, idolize your parents.
Yeah, it's like when we talked about when we did that celebrity worship shit. Mm-hmm. You know, people idolize people who, like, people don't know you like that. Yeah. So, I mean, I get, you know, admiring someone and, you know, being an inspiration and shit, this, that, and the third, but I don't know. I mean, you know, and also, like I said, to each their own, but like I said, at the same time, like, dude, you know. So.
Sure, I get such anxiety with that subject I have to munch on some pumpkin seeds. You know, crunching helps to take the anxiety away. But anyways, like, the whole point is, like, you got all these protests happening for BML and whatever else, you know. That giant-ass women's protest. All kinds of protests happening everywhere over it.
Nigga, did you say giant-ass women's protest?
Remember the giant woman's... Not... Well, a giant woman... No. The fucking... the women's protest that happened, like, in... I never attend any protests because I'm just antisocial like that. And...
Anti-don't give a fuck.
I'm kind of anti-don't give a fuck. But I'm very give a fuck. You know what I mean? I give the right fucks.
Exactly.
I fucks around well. But, you know... You gotta save your energy for the right stuff. You know what I mean? And shout out to everybody that goes to protests, because protests actually make things happen. Yeah. But remember, the biggest thing that happened in history, besides the slavery, the abolishment of slavery, which took about 20 years to fully get it into the process, you know, and then it took another civil war, you know, to kind of sketch it out, and we're still kind of in some sort of slavery, if you ask me. But
she won't.
No, it's the, you know, what I'm trying to say is that it's time for a huge change. And it's time for, you know, people to gather their own inner strength.
Yeah.
And do what we can about it. You know, the biggest, like I was saying, the biggest protest movement you could ever make was hit them in the dollar spot.
Yeah.
Remember back in one of those towns over there in Georgia or something like that, where over there, you know, a lot of people, I think it was across this whole nation, that they stopped riding the buses and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and it happened for years, dude. It wasn't months. It wasn't a day strike. It was years. Yeah. You gotta hit them where it hurts in the money spot. You're saying, what does money have to do with pedophilia? What? No, it has probably a lot to do with it.
Yeah.
Maybe it goes hand in hand. You know, human trafficking is fucking huge.
And it's been going on for years. You can't trust, you know, you can't, like, especially for people who has, you know, like I said again, especially for people who have kids, you know, you can't just trust anybody around your kids, and you gotta, you know, I know that certain kids are at school, you know, you gotta keep an eye on even, like, the other parents that pick up their kids, because you don't know how the other parent, you know, like that, you know what I'm saying? And then at that, like I said, just because you see another adult walking around the school, being around the school, you how you know that person is just picking up a kid? That person could be scoping.
Yeah, you don't know.
You just don't know. So keep that third eye open. Never close that shit. You know, I don't even want to think about.
It's kind of like, dude. No, it's kind of like this, dude. We need to re-educate the criminals, and we need to armorize. How do you say? We need to teach the children or so, you know, because they're I mean, we're talking about kids here on the P.E.D.O episode.
You just stay strapped,
right? I'm not saying no, dude.
No, I'm joking.
You know, really, it's kind of like a. I hear you, dude. Give every little kid a gun. That's all the problem. No, but wait.
Shoot a pedo in the dick. No, I'm joking.
Hey, it'll stop them, I'm sure.
Hey.
But hey, come after me. I'll do more than that. I'll rip it off, put it straight into your butthole. No problem. So you know, like, how could you do that?
There's a pedo's like, ooh.
How could I not try, motherfucker? Anyways, well, obviously they won't mess with me because I am not a child. You know.
I know R. Kelly won't. Go ahead.
Oh no, he won't. I am not his age, style, I guess. No hate, but much hate, dude.
Well, you too old for him.
I am too old, and you fucking suck. But you know, like, you suck for being a pedophile.
Yeah.
That's fucking gross. people might have their opinions about me being gay and shit, but I feel like it's a whole nother level because I have a consensual life. I have consensual partners and partners that are of age, very grown, and it's quite the difference, and that should have been one of the. I mean, even people still fucking murder, and we still have murder, and we still have we have laws against it. People don't stop. Yeah. It's in the commandments. People didn't never stop. Adultery's in there. People don't stop. We're in a nation that's full of fucking, cheaters and shit.
Yeah, like I said, overall, like this subject is, like I said, it's touchy, and it's the subject that it's something that we talked about yesterday. You know what I'm saying? We were talking, and this came up about. Like I said, I have kids. I don't support none of that pedophilia shit. Never ever. No. I have nieces and nephews. You know what I'm saying? I got loved ones, friends that got kids out there. We don't support that shit at all. Bottom line.
Look, if you think that your love is a 9-year-old, please go get help.
Yeah.
Go get help. I'm not trying to say go kill yourself, but do something better with your life. You know what I mean? Yeah. Get your energy, get your thoughts, get your focus off of your erogenous zone, off of your genitalia, and use your mind for something awesome.
Yes. All right, folks, but we're gonna have to wrap this up. We just needed to get this out there, and
we love you guys. Thanks for sharing this touchy subject. Yeah. If you have any comments about it, you want to share your situation, if you're a victim, reach out to us, email us, do something about it.
And we are Prolific Talks, and thank you. And this is episode 10, and we'll be back soon with episode 11. So, like, comment, share, all that great stuff. Subscribe. Thank you. We appreciate you. Goodbye.
We love you.